Colts Nation, wake up because the clock is ticking and the pressure in Indianapolis is hitting a boiling point right now. We are standing at a massive crossroads for the future of this franchise, and I need every single one of you locked in because this news just changed everything. The market just exploded, and our front office is officially on the clock. We are building the strongest tribe in the NFL, so hit that subscribe button to help us reach 3,000 subscribers and drop your city below. You will not believe the massive payday that just shook the league today. The news out of Miami is a total game changer for us because the Dolphins just handed Devon Achane a massive 4-year, $64 million extension. This deal is sending shockwaves through Lucas Oil Stadium because it sets the floor for our superstar Jonathan Taylor. Listen to me closely, because Jonathan Taylor is entering the final year of his current deal, and the front office cannot afford to play games with our best offensive weapon. Jonathan Taylor just came off an absolutely legendary campaign in 2025 where he proved he is still the best bell cow back in the entire world. When you look at what Jonathan Taylor did last year, it is honestly scary, because he finished with 1,585 rushing yards and 18 rushing touchdowns, which led the entire league. He was the engine that kept us moving even when things got tough, and now he is looking at a market where $16 million a year is the new standard. Are we really going to sit here and let the best running back we have seen since Edgerrin James walk away? The Dolphins showed they value their stars, and now the pressure is on Shane Steichen and the front office to do the right thing for Jonathan Taylor before it is too late. This man played all 17 games and showed he is the ultimate professional who deserves every single penny. I want to know if you think the front office is being too slow with this, because the cap space is there and the production is undeniable. Jonathan Taylor is the heartbeat of this city, and we cannot imagine this offense without his explosive power. We are talking about a guy who tied his career high in touchdowns while carrying this team on his back through the toughest stretches of the season. We need to see that pen hit the paper right now because the fans are losing their minds. I am sick of waiting while other teams pay their guys like they should. Pay him now. Remember that 10-game stretch where we went 8-2 because that was pure dominance from Jonathan Taylor. During those 10 games, he was an absolute monster with 1,139 rushing yards and 15 touchdowns. That is not just good production, that is MVP-level greatness that kept every defensive coordinator in the league awake at night. But here is the raw truth that they do not want you to focus on because people love to talk about the quarterbacks. Yes, Daniel Jones was playing well and Alec Pierce was stretching the field, but none of that happens without the gravity of Jonathan Taylor. He creates the space for everyone else to breathe, and when he gets into the secondary, it is a nightmare for any defender trying to tackle a freight train. It gets even crazier when you look at his efficiency, because averaging 6 yards per carry over a 10-game span is simply ridiculous. He was punishing defensive lines and mowing down anyone in his path like a man possessed. The drop-off we saw after the Week 11 bye was real, but it only proved how much we rely on his health and his legs to win games. Even with that late-season struggle, Jonathan Taylor still put up numbers that most backs dream of having in their prime. He led the NFL in rushing first downs with 84, and that tells you everything you need to know about his grit and his determination to move the chains. The front office has a good bit of cap space remaining, so there is zero excuse for not getting this deal done today. They are playing a dangerous game with the future of this offense, and I am starting to get seriously concerned about their strategy. If we let this drag into the 2027 season, we are looking at a potential disaster, where our franchise player hits the open market. We have seen this story before, and it ends in heartbreak for the fans who bleed. Let us talk about the resilience of Jonathan Taylor, because after those injury-plagued seasons in 2022 and 2023, people were actually saying he was washed. They were saying he lost a step and that his best days were behind him, but he responded with a vengeance that should be studied. In 2024, he came back and posted over 1,400 yards and 12 scores while playing with 2 different quarterbacks, which is incredibly difficult for any player. He propelled this team forward through the chaos of Anthony Richardson Sr. and Joe Flacco, and never once complained about the situation. That is the kind of leader you build a championship culture around, and the Colts know that all too well. This past season was the living proof that Jonathan Taylor is still in his physical prime, because he set career highs in receptions and receiving yards, which adds a whole new dimension to our playbook. He caught 46 passes for nearly 400 yards, and that versatility is exactly what Shane Steichen needs to keep defenses guessing. We are watching a player who is evolving and getting better with age despite the narrative that running backs have a short shelf life. I am telling you right now that if we let him hit free agency in 2027, it will be the biggest mistake in the history of this front office. The connection he has with the offensive line is something special, and you can see them moving mountains when they know number 28 is behind them. I am your insider on this, and the word around the facility is that the players want him locked up long-term. They know he is the heart and soul of that locker room, and losing him would be a crushing blow to the morale of this young roster. We are building something special here, but it all starts with securing the powerhouse who makes the entire engine run. We must keep our star in Indianapolis forever. Seriously, I am losing my mind here thinking about the possibility of Jonathan Taylor wearing another uniform. It is actually unbelievable that we are even having this conversation after he just tied his career high in touchdowns from that legendary 2021 season. I have a theory that the front office is waiting to see how the market shifts even further, but that is a losing strategy that only drives the price up. Every day we wait is another day the price tag grows and another day that Jonathan Taylor feels less appreciated by the organization he has given everything to. Think about the legacy of this team, because we have not had a back this dominant since the days of Edgerrin James, and we all remember how much it hurt when that era ended. We have a chance to secure a future Hall of Famer right now and solidify our status as a powerhouse in the AFC for years to come. The raw truth is that our offensive line is built to run the ball, and without a superstar like Jonathan Taylor, all that investment in the trenches goes to waste. I want you to imagine a world where we have to face him twice a year in our own division, because that is the nightmare scenario if he hits free agency. It is a terrifying thought that should keep every Colts fan awake at night until a deal is signed. I am hearing whispers that Taylor wants to stay and finish his career in Indianapolis, but he also knows his worth in a league that is finally starting to pay the elite backs again. We are talking about the NFL rushing leader in touchdowns and the man who literally carries our postseason hopes on his shoulders. The energy in the stadium changes the moment he touches the ball, and you can feel the defense start to break under the pressure of his physicality. We need to show him love and respect by giving him the contract that he earned. This is the moment where we find out what the Indianapolis Colts are truly made of as an organization. Are we a team that rewards greatness and loyalty, or are we going to let our best player walk away over a contract dispute? The vision for 2026 and beyond has to include Jonathan Taylor as the centerpiece of this offense if we want any chance of holding up that Lombardi trophy. I believe in this team, and I believe in the culture we are building, but we cannot ignore the reality of the situation anymore. The Miami Dolphins just showed us the blueprint by taking care of their own, and now it is our turn to step up to the plate. I want to see your fire in the comments below, because I need to know if you are as passionate about this as I am right now. Is this our year to finally reclaim the throne, or are we being let down by a front office that is too afraid to spend the money? Tell me your honest thoughts, and tell me if you think Jonathan Taylor is the greatest back in our history, because the stats certainly back it up. We are pushing for 3,000 subscribers, because this tribe is the loudest and the most loyal in the entire world. Your support is what keeps this channel going, and what keeps the pressure on the people making these big decisions. I want you to flood the comments with your favorite Jonathan Taylor memory and show him that the city of Indianapolis has his back through thick and thin. We are not just fans, we are a family, and we stand together when our stars are on the line. The future is bright if we make the right moves today, so let us make some noise that they can hear all the way at the team headquarters. Thank you for being part of this journey and for bringing the energy every single day. For the Shoe.